Hi guys, and welcome to a video that I am very excited to do, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking for, my Japan haul. So it was a wonderful experience and I came back with a lot of goodies, a few of which I am currently wearing, so let's just jump right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is my earrings. They are, if you guys can't see, I'll do a close-up for you in a second. These are actually two pieces of popcorn that have been coated in like this resin sort of material, this kind of clear, hard plastic. They were just too ridiculous to pass up, so this is my first find from Japan. I actually got these in the Lafayette shopping plaza in Harajuku at a store called Wall, which was insane, and if you guys are ever in Lafayette or anywhere near Harajuku, please go to Wall. It has some of the most insane jewelry I've ever seen. Also, if you can manage to stumble upon a store called Q-Pot, you should also check that out because it's another store that is entirely themed around accessories that are based on food items. Very cool stuff. So the next piece of jewelry I want to talk about, which I also purchased at Wall, is this awesome ring. The base of the ring is made of silver that's kind of just really organic looking, and it's kind of hammered in a really interesting way. And then the top part of the ring, it just kind of looks from far away like little gold pieces, but it's actually the scene of a house, and it's really cute. So I just loved it because it was so quirky, and it's actually a beautiful jewelry piece. So the next earrings that I purchased are by a company, oh god, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's Pfütze, but I'm not like 100% on that. There's a P in front of it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it or not. I'll put it down in the description and you guys can puzzle it out. But they make this really cool line of jewelry that's all based around kind of the elements and around nature, and so I purchased these 3 earrings. They're silver, basically raindrops is what the girl told me, but the reason I like them is because they kind of look like mercury, which is really cool. So these are really nice. They're a good weight. They're not so heavy that they're obnoxious to wear, but they feel like good, real jewelry. And each one of these little droplets is a unique shape and size, so I kind of picked 3 just random ones because I have a few piercings in my ears, so I just kind of mix and match them, which is really fun. Now moving on to some of the clothes that I purchased in Japan. The shirt that I'm wearing is actually something that I bought at a store called Zucca, and I believe it was in Omotesando Mall. I'm not 100% sure about that actually, and it's a really cool store. Their spring-summer line is entirely themed on like Mexican artwork and culture, so a lot of the stuff was really cool. They have some cacti and some sort of desert-themed stuff and really bright, beautiful prints. So the shirt that I'm wearing is really cool. It's actually an x-ray of a torso, so it's kind of creepy actually if you're, not into the human body, but I thought it was pretty cool. So I picked it up, and it's a really nice lightweight material. The only downside is that I feel like it's kind of hard not to snag it on stuff. I feel like I'm probably going to end up with a few runs in this shirt, but that might make it look cool. Who knows? Might give it some character. And I actually found this beauty at Zucca as well. This is a really thick, chunky knit scarf, but the reason that I love it is because if you actually kind of open it up and flatten it out, it has this really beautiful pattern. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and show you just without it being folded, and there you can kind of see it. But this is really nice and super warm, and I love it. Plus it doubled as a pillow on my trip home, so that was pretty cool. The next couple pieces of clothing I'm going to talk about are pretty funny and kind of what I feel like people think of fashion in Japan, like when they're in the States, kind of how we imagine it to be. They do in fact love English on clothing. Even if they don't really know what it means, they like to have it on their clothes. So I was walking by a store window and I wasn't even going to look in there, but then I saw this sweater and I just lost it and I had to get it. So here it is. It says standard black cat on it. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I don't know, I don't know. It made me crack up. Like everyone thought I was crazy. I just busted out laughing in the middle of the street. But here it is, your standard black cat sweater. Plus it's got a little kitty cat on it. It's really cute. So the last piece of clothing I'm going to show you guys is possibly my favorite item of clothing that I own right now. I was walking through kind of one of the side streets of Harajuku. We had spent the entire day shopping kind of on the main drag, and there's a lot of designer stores there and a lot of stuff that you can find, all over the world. It's not exclusive to Japan. But we turned down one of the side streets to kind of get a feel for more of the actual local vibe and kind of local fashion. And we stopped at this store called IMI, and they had a shirt hanging that I almost missed, but thank God my friend Yuki showed it to me. This is a t-shirt, just a white t-shirt with a photo of a Waffle House on the front of it. And it is the greatest thing ever. I can't get over it. And there's actually a little tag at the bottom left that says name. So if you felt like it, you could write your name on your t-shirt. So this is just an incredible creation. It's not something that you couldn't make yourself, but I just found it to be hilarious and pretty cool and creative, I thought. So, you know, there you go. Dingy Waffle House photo on a perfectly good white t-shirt. So awesome. So here's another thing that's kind of just an obligatory Japan purchase. I got a few pairs of socks for some friends. We got Hello Kitty, Rilakkuma, and Doraemon, of course. So these I'm actually super stoked about. I bought these for myself and for Charles to kind of play with and show in the vlogs. These are basically Legos, but minuscule. They're tiny. They're called Nanoblocks. And so this one is modeled after the Tokyo Tower, and this one is the Kaminarimon, the Thunder God Gate at Asakusa. So these are both places that I went, and rather than buying a little keychain thing that I would probably never use, I wanted to, you know, buy something that I could build and keep on my desk. So this next set of toys that I got is just, it makes me so happy. I'm kind of ready to sneak peek show you one. I am obsessed with Super Mario Bros. I think that any child that grew up in the 80s or early 90s is, and if you're not, you should be. So the thing that you most commonly see are toys that are modeled after, you know, the major characters, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, but I rarely have seen the enemies. So I went to a toy store in Harajuku and I found a bunch of plush Super Mario Bros. Enemies, and they're just phenomenal. So this is the Shy Guy that I got. I have a Bob-omb, complete with his little windy thing back here. I have a Goomba, which is my personal favorite. And I have a Dry Bones, which is also really cool. So these are just really well-made plush toys. And actually, I think I have a piranha plant that I'm gonna put on my desk because I don't have any living plants in here and I travel too much to take care of one, so this will do as my desk plant. This next thing is so hard to explain. I have no idea why I bought it. It was basically just a fluke thing. It was an impulse buy. It's a piggy bank, and underneath the little flap in the back you can kind of see there's a panda in there. So what happens is you put your change on this little white disc and you push down and the panda peeks its head out, grabs it, and pulls it into the piggy bank. So the next thing that I got is just something really pretty that I wanted to put in my house, because when I went to Thailand I bought a kind of a Buddha head that's hanging on my wall and a statue of one of the goddesses, and there's just a lot of really cool stuff that you can find when you travel internationally. So this little girl is a statue that is pretty commonly found like in traditional places in Japan. When I was eating at a traditional restaurant, they had one of these kind of tucked away in the corner of one of the rooms. And I don't actually know what the name of this doll is or what purpose she serves. I probably should have asked someone when I bought it, but I've seen her everywhere. She's beautiful. She just has like a really beautiful kimono, pretty little flower in her hair, just holding a flower. She's just gorgeous. I love these dolls, so I got one for my house. So if you know what this is called, let me know in the comments. These are dog head slippers. They are this dog named Boo, who is, I guess, a famous dog in Japan. It's a very recognizable, you know, icon in Japan. And this is just a pair of like super plush slippers with puppy heads on them. So that's pretty much it for my Japan haul, guys. I got a few other things, but honestly, it's just way too much to talk about in one video. Plus, if I find something and it comes up later and I forgot to talk about it here, I'll definitely show you guys in the vlogs. The last thing I do want to show you, though, is a surprise to me, actually. I was just going through my bag of stuff for this haul, and I found a tamago mushipan that has been smashed repeatedly in my bag, but this is my favorite cake from Japan, so I'm going to eat this right now. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my Japan haul. I really appreciate the fact that you guys were so excited with me as I was traveling throughout that country, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and learn something cool about the country. And if you guys ever have the chance to travel to Japan, honestly, you should do it, especially if you like food, because they are obsessed with food, and so am I. It's just a match made in heaven. We love each other very much. Also, if you guys have any other questions about any of the stuff that I've talked about in this video, please feel free to ask me in the comments below, or you can tweet me. It's just @AlliTrippy. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye, thanks guys.